Okay, hi guys, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I want to say thank you so much for you guys who've been actually supporting the channel quite a long time, and I want to say thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So, man, I'm back. So I haven't been streaming for a while lately because I've been very busy with trainings and teachings and life coaching and all that. So I haven't been actually streaming for quite a long time, and it's been very tough for me to just manage time at the same time. Like very funny story ya, maksudnya aku ngajarin yang namanya time management, tapi I myself sometimes don't get it right. Maksudnya time managementnya aku juga agak sedikit gimana gitu, sampai aku harus ngatur waktunya untuk streamingnya itu kapan dan semuanya. Jadi just to let you know, for those of you who who's been watching my stream yang sebelum-sebelumnya, which is gaming stream and all this, it's been very tough for me finding time for me to stream, but I will keep on doing it. So no worry, I will always be here to stream for you guys. My sessions is still there. By the way, kemarin malam ada satu murid DM aku bilang gini, hey, where's your idea? Yes, where's your game streaming, and where's your it's been very, very tough, let me tell you. So I just want to let you know, I will apologize first. The time has been very constrained to me, agak sedikit padat waktunya dengan semuanya ini, tapi at the same time I will never stop streaming karena it's my passion and I love doing it and I love sharing a lot of things. Suka banget. Jadi in that I just want to say thank you for those of you who's been very concerning and all the time. Currently right now Indonesia has been kayaknya has been pandeminya nggak selesai nih sampai sekarang. Jadi aku juga ada yang seberapa temen dan juga keluarga yang ngelewatin yang namanya mendapatkan yang namanya virusnya ini seperti apa. To all of you inside, or to all of you nggak hanya di subscriber accountnya aku juga, tapi all of you di dalam seluruh Indonesia. I just want to let you know that my prayer goes to you. Doanya aku selalu ke kalian semuanya yang lagi ngalamin yang namanya pandemi ini, yang namanya virusnya ini. Aku cuma mau bilang jangan patah semangat, maksudnya tetap senyum terus dan usaha untuk bahagia no matter circumstance-nya seperti gimana, dan selalu bersyukur. Hanya itu aja sih. Dan aku juga tahu sekarang currently banyak yang lagi struggling mendapatkan yang namanya gas, oksigen dan lain sebagainya. Jadi I just want to let you know, just hold on to the things that gini nih menurut aku. Kadang-kadang kelihatannya situasinya tuh parah banget, tapi I just want to let you know there's always a way. There's always, you can always find a way in that, all of you. Jadi doanya dari aku ke teman-teman yang lagi di Indonesia sekarang lagi ngalamin yang namanya COVID-19. Truly my prayer is to you, and I could never imagine what you go through. Aku nggak tahu kayak apa yang kalian lewatin dan pengalamannya seperti apa dan lain sebagainya. Tapi yang aku bisa tahu adalah yang aku bisa kasih adalah sebuah motivasi, atau di dalam streamnya ini maybe nggak sekarang kalian ngeliat, tapi one day you will click it dan kalian akan melewatin yang namanya This Is Life-nya aku. So today I'm gonna talk to you about This Is Life, and I want to say thank you so much. I want to say hello to Rendarta yang masuk di dalam sini. Hi Rendarta, katanya hi sir, katanya hi Rendarta. Thank you so much for coming in bro. I appreciate it so much ya. Semoga kita dapat kesempatan lagi untuk stream bareng lagi untuk main yang namanya Genshin Impact ya bro. Aku masih belum pegang sih gamenya itu, Genshin Impact sampai sekarang. Tapi I'm playing a new game currently. I will let you know at the end of my stream gamenya apa aku main sekarang. And currently after this stream, I'm gonna stream game on Monday. Tapi it's a very special stream. I will let you know jam 8 kalau nggak salah. Aku ada janji 8 sampai 8:15 aku ada janji untuk stream satu game yang sekarang lagi juga viral di mana-mana. Tapi keren banget sih gamenya, seru banget. Kita ngeliat ntar aku streamingnya kayak gimana. Tapi in that guys, if you're here right now currently in This Is Life, I have another topic for you to just boost your immune atau boost your motivation, boost your energy. Semoga ini membantu di dalam kesusahannya kalian, dan kalian juga bisa belajar dari streamnya aku yang ada yang sekarang ini yang namanya This Is Life. Guys, thank you so much. So before you guys leave, kalau kalian ngeliat ini jam 10 pagi tomorrow morning, so make sure before you leave, if you stumble upon it, please give me or hit that like button, and I pretty much very appreciate it. It doesn't pay me, just to let you know one more time, itu nggak ngasih aku uang sama sekali, tapi it really shows and it really helps the channel untuk channelnya ini grow di dalam YouTube. Thank you so much for those of you. And bagi kalian yang if you stumble upon the channel and you like the content, you like what I'm doing, please give me please subscribe to that button, and then hit the notification bell. Mungkin lain kali if I stream, you will get to know that I'm streaming, so you can actually catch up to my stream. Alright guys, so today at the end of today's stream, I think today's stream itu judulnya adalah The Hardest First Step. Nah, ngerti gak sih? You probably understand maksudnya when you saw the title The Hardest First Step is basically today I'm gonna talk to you about, you know, a lot of my friends and a lot of even I myself juga kadang-kadang if we want to do something, sometimes that first langkah yang pertama susah untuk dilakuin, guys. Langkah yang pertama susah untuk dilaksanakan. And kadang-kadang kita sebelum kita ngelangkah yang pertama itu kita selalu mikir kayak what if this happens? What if that happens? Ini gimana kalau terjadi ya? Jadi actually today for my stream is just recently baru aja tadi sore I had a live coaching session with a friend of mine yang dia pengen masuk di bidang, pokoknya dia pengen masuk di bidang yang berbeda lah. Tapi kebetulan dia harus tes. Jadi ada 2 tempat yang dia harus tes. Yang pertama adalah satu tes yang dia ngerasa bahwa ya tesnya ini banyak orang udah ngelakuin dan banyak orang di pass aja. Maksudnya banyak orang yang bisa ngelewat dan bisa pass. Terus tes yang kedua adalah di mana dia harus ngetes, di mana bener-bener tempatnya ini adalah very prestige. Prestige itu artinya adalah standarnya dia tinggi banget. Dan kebanyakan orang kalau tes di sini they don't pass karena susah banget. Jadi dia lagi dilema nih, which one should I take or which one should I do? Ntar kalau ngambil yang satunya diterima, yang di satunya belum ada kabar dan lain sebagainya. Jadi just nice, topiknya ini adalah yang namanya the hardest first step. So by the end of this stream yang ini, you will get to find out gimana untuk ngatasi kalau if I want to take that first step, what should I do? What should I prepare? And should I know something or should I be able to prepare something? Is it there's skills that I need to know? Do I need to make sure I have the right steps? And at the end of this stream, you will know a little bit about that. So I want to say thank you to Winston yang udah masuk di sini katanya. Hey Winston katanya. Ada Stefan juga. Stefan yang masuk ke sini. Francis. Hi sir katanya. Hello guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I really do appreciate it. So guys, let's get started. Okay. So I'm going to show up my pop-up screen, my slides. Yang judulnya hari ini adalah The First Step is Always the Hardest. Like you've gone through life, right? Pasti kalian udah pernah ngelewatin hidup di mana kadang-kadang langkah yang pertama itu susah banget. And to tell you the truth, kadang-kadang untuk kita ngelangkah ke depannya, itu kita butuh satu effort di mana kita harus keluar dari comfort zone-nya kita. Now we do all have a comfort zone. I've been telling you guys this in my trainings everywhere else. Semuanya kita punya comfort zone. I myself also have a comfort zone. Tapi to let you know, comfort zone-nya ini adalah paling susah untuk paling susah untuk dilangkahin keluar. And I think comfort zone-nya ini is kalau dibilang apa ya? Bahasa Indonesianya untuk comfort zone itu adalah tempat nyamannya kita yang selalu ada. Dan we all have it. Now, this comfort zone is very dangerous to all of us. Let me tell you. To you and me also, paling bahaya tempat comfort zone ini. Karena tempat comfort zone ini nggak bisa kelihatan, tapi kita semuanya punya satu lingkaran di dalam kakinya kita. Dan kita udah tahu itu di tempatnya ini nyaman banget. Dan itu kejadiannya kalau semuanya pada begini. How do you find your comfort zone? Simple. Sometimes, you know, you tend to do things routinity every single day. Rutinitasnya kamu terus-menerus dan sama aja terus. Dan the scariest thing is pas you have that mind bahwa I'm doing something, you know, I'm just gonna do this all the time sampai I make a difference and sampai I make an impact. I mean, it's good. If you're doing the same thing all over again and setiap kali and you like it and you love it, it's good. But sometimes we get stuck in that comfort zone sampai kita nggak bisa ngeliat apa yang kejadian di luar atau apa yang opportunity yang harusnya kita ambil, the opportunity that I'm supposed to take, but I didn't get to see it because I didn't jump. So you have to know something, and a lot of people go through this a lot of times, and they're very scared to jump. They're very scared to take it. Why? Because basically there's always one thing that they do sih. Kenapa kita nggak mau lompat atau keluar dari comfort zone-nya itu? Number one is they don't like to jump out of the comfort zone because they like to make excuses. They really love to make excuses. Let me tell you. Hey, cool places here. Katanya, sup? What's up, man? Katanya bilang, oh coach, you have a mustache now. Yeah, I do have a mustache. You know. Sidetrack about my mustache. Kali-kali ini ada di rumah apa ya, nyukur itu ya gitulah. I just wanna show the other side of me yang ada mustache nah. So don't I look like a very Mexico type of guy? I look like a Mexico, right? Por favor, comprende, yes. Vámonos. Okay, so anyway, let's continue, okay? So I was talking about yang namanya lompat dari comfort zone-nya ini. Kadang-kadang orang nggak mau lompat. There's a couple of reasons why they don't want to. Number one, they're the best at making excuses. Bener gak sih? Yang namanya they're the best of making alasan. Alasan itu selalu the number one. Kayak gini, kenapa gue nggak ngambil opportunity-nya itu? Why don't I take that opportunity? And a lot of people have make excuses. Like one, I don't have the time to do it. Sounds familiar ya tadi. Sounds familiar. Di awal pas aku mulai aku juga bilang time was very hard. Number one, excuses. Yes, it's just I don't have the time to do it. Number two, I don't have the skills to do it. I mean, I don't think so. I'm competent enough untuk maju ke depan atau lompat ke depan. And akhirnya aku ngambil kesempatannya itu. Yes, skills is the number two thing. Let me tell you. Banyak orang bilang bahwa dia sendiri nggak punya yang namanya skillsnya tersebut. Akhirnya dia ngerasa bahwa kalau aku ngambil langkahnya itu, akhirnya I'm not competent enough. That means I won't be able to do it because I'm not fully equipped with the things. Let me tell you, this is all excuses. Number three, the excuses. I don't have money. The money has nothing to do with whatever action that you take. Let me tell you something. It got nothing to do. If you want to make a business right now, ada teman aku yang sekarang mungkin lagi denger ke sini. I want to make a business, but I don't have the money. Dari dulu sampai sekarang, it's very hard for me to save up money. That's just an excuse, let me tell you. I have a friend currently right now, di teman baiknya aku nih. Dia sebetulnya dari keluarga yang gak punya apa-apa. And currently right now, dia lagi buka warung. Warung, dan dia nyicil pelan-pelan. Dan dia sampai warungnya ini terjadi. And then kasihannya adalah kemarin dia baru kena COVID-19. Akhirnya warungnya itu harus tutup. Very sad kan? Tapi my point adalah, waktu aku nelfon sama dia, atau waktu aku chatting sama dia, aku bilang sama dia, look bro, there's no regret to it. Ya, nggak ada penyesalan. Aduh sakit. Oke. Nggak ada penyesalan dengan itu. Nggak ada. Karena menurut aku ya kalau kamu nyesel ya kamu nyesel. Karena penyesalan itu selalu datang terakhir. Udah pastilah. Penyesalan itu datang di selalu terakhirnya. Kalau di awal namanya pendaftaran. Jadi aku selalu bilang sama dia, hey bro, no regret Ryan. Dia selalu balesnya aku, dia bilang gini, yeah bro, no regret. Dia bilang kayak gitu. Because pengalamannya aku pas lompat dari comfort zone-nya itu, it's the best, the most beautiful experience dan dia pernah dapat. So those are the three things. Number one is yang namanya excuses. Number two is no time. Number three is got no money. This is the biggest excuse. And I tell you, this is the biggest lie you can ever tell yourself, that you don't have all of these three. Because yang namanya kalau mau lompat dari comfort zone, if you want to take that first step, no matter what happens at the end, you will still do it. I mean, if it's important enough for you, you will just carry on. You focus on what the things that's important for you, and then you carry on what you want. I mean, that's the deal, right? I mean, that's the deal. If you tell me, yeah, but if I take the first step and then if I fail, what's wrong with failing? Come on. I mean, a lot of people fail in life. Maksudnya aku adalah gini, kalau aku bilang, ya lompat aja, terus ada yang bilang gini, kalau misalnya aku fail, what's gonna happen? Pertanyaan aku adalah bukan, how about if you fail? Pertanyaan aku adalah, how about if you don't take the step? If you don't take the opportunity, you will never get to find out what's going to happen for you in the future. You get what I mean or not? Maksud aku, it's best that you take the opportunity and then you fail. I give you a very big round of applause for that if you fail, let me tell you. Why? Because you're brave enough dan lo kuat banget dan lo berani untuk ngambil satu langkahnya itu. Pertanyaannya adalah, daripada nggak ngambil langkahnya, you will never know and you will never grow and you will never know kamu bisa jadi apa in the future if you don't take the opportunity. So that's my first introduction for all of you. So very simple. So if you the first step is hard. If you know it's hard, then just do it. I mean, just go through it. Just take whatever you want to take. And then I will talk to you about kalau hasilnya ntar gimana. Ntar sebentar lagi aku let you know. But now it's time for me to let you know, for me to get out from my comfort zone, what do I need? Untuk aku lompat dari comfort zone-nya aku, what is it yang aku bisa pegang yang membuat hidup aku lebih secure? I think that's the key, right? Because everyone here currently right now, okay, sekarang kita semuanya udah tahu nih, harus lompat dari comfort zone. Pertanyaannya adalah, kalau gue lompat dari comfort zone-nya ini, apa yang what can I hold on to? You know, you get what I mean? What can I hold on to supaya I feel very secure? Because human being, there's always insecurity in all of us, even in myself. Jadi kalau aku mau lompat juga, sometimes I feel very insecure karena ngerasa bahwa lompat gimana, ntar kalau kejadian A, B, C, D gimana. Tapi my point is, I have three things for you to share with you today. It's for you to make that jump a little bit smoother, to make that jump sedikit lebih enak lah. Lompatnya itu sedikit lebih nyaman menurut aku. Jadi ada 3 hal yang aku mau sharing hari ini. Ada Kenny yang baru masuk juga. Kenny bilang gini, hello Coach Ricky. Hi Kenny, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, okay? Enjoy the stream. So, I have 3 things that I'm about to share with you, and these 3 things are from my own experience. Let me just share with you. What is it that you need in order for you to take the first step? Because we all know that first step is the hardest step of all that you want to take. All right? So, number 1, udah pasti you need this thing yang namanya courage. Yes, you do need it. You need to be brave. That's the first thing. Now, if you tell me right now, I don't have brave, forget it. If you don't have brave, kamu nggak berani. You won't ever take that first jump. You will never go out from that comfort zone. That's why you will stay there all the time, and then you will go on with your continuous lifestyle, and then akhirnya at the end of the day, time runs out just like that, and time is gone. And at the end of the day, kamu bakal ngerasa bahwa I'm udah umur segini, harusnya aku ngambil, that's called regret. So I just want to let you know, you need to have courage. Have the courage to jump. Now, a lot of people bilang gini, well, how do I find courage? Simple. Just have the courage to be fearless. Karena banyak orang di dalam sini ngerasa bahwa emotion salah satu fear itu yang menahan kita untuk lompat keluar dari comfort zone-nya kita. Let me tell you something, be fearless. Fearless itu artinya adalah kalau aku lompat, if I fail, who cares? If I jump and I didn't make the right choice, who cares? If I jump and other people will tell bad things about what I'm doing, and people will tell me kayak I won't make it, I won't be able to do it, who cares? And if I jump and a lot of people will look down on you, who cares? Are you getting this so far? Who cares? Come on. What other people think about you, it doesn't define who you are. Just jump. Have the courage to jump. Have the braveness to do it. Have the courage to do things each and every day. And kadang-kadang aku punya satu motto dalam hidupnya aku. It's kalau setiap hari I do something new, that means that day clear. My goal is clear. Because my goal in every day in my life is, kalau setiap hari I do something new each and every single day. And that's my point. Kalau sesuatu baru yang aku lakuin setiap hari, that means I'm growing. I'm learning. No matter hasilnya itu fail atau gagal atau gimana, yang paling penting adalah I made that courage feeling. Now I made that courage feeling inside me for me to jump. I think it's more important, right? Be brave, jump, and let's see what is the result. And some of you are saying, whoa, let's see, it's a big word. Katanya, let's see, it's very scary, let's see. Yeah, because if you don't jump, you cannot see. Let me repeat that one more time. A lot of people bilang gini, let's just jump and let's see. A lot of people bilang gini, the word let's see, it's dangerous. Let me tell you a more dangerous word than let's see. You ready? It's if you cannot see. That's the most dangerous thing you can know. So you have to let yourself know bahwa I jump, I cannot, let's see how it's gonna happen. That's good. I mean, let's see what's gonna happen. Are you gonna succeed? Is it the right choice for you? Just go. Have the courage to jump. Daripada you don't see it at the end of the day, waktunya udah habis. Alright? So Kenny bilang gini, my experience is I used Blender for the first time and I quit katanya. 2 months ago, I'm back and start to make projects. That's right. There you go. I will be a Blender. I will be get used to it. That's right. By the way, Kenny said it right. Yang paling penting adalah kalau kamu bisa lompat dan kamu you bilang kayak let's see what's going to happen. Even if you fail, Kenny, it doesn't matter. Who cares? I mean, don't be sad about it. Don't be disappointed about it. Yang paling penting adalah you actually made the effort to test it out, Kenny. And then akhirnya dengan itu kamu bilang I will get back to it katanya. Yeah, go do it by the way. Just do it. Go back to it and lihat di mana kamu gagal, di mana kamu fail and learn from that. And then when you learn from it, trust me, mungkin awalnya nggak biasa, tapi ntar ke depannya itu terbiasa. That's right. So awalnya nggak biasa, tapi di kedepannya akhirnya menjadi terbiasa. There you go. Kenny bilang, I start small first katanya. Yes, that's right. Start from small steps first. Now, courage is the first thing that you need. Let's go to the second one. You ready? So the second one is you need to take risk. That's it. You gotta know. You gotta take risk. And in life, if you wanna do something different, you gotta take risk. You gotta do something you've never done before. Ngerti gak sih guys? Kalau misalnya kalian mau ngelakuin sesuatu nih, nggak bisa kayak kamu bilang, okay, aku bakalan ngelakuin ini, tapi aku udah pernah ngelakuin ini. No, you have to do something you've never done before to get something you never had. Let me repeat that one more time. Let me start preaching. Right here it is. You must do something that you've never done before to get something you never had. Karena nggak pernah ada orang di dalam dunia ini, you get something you never had by doing the same thing over and over and over again. You have to take risk. When you jump, take risk. Now, a lot of people say, Ricky, take risk is not my thing, you know. It's like so scary if I take risk. Something might happen and, akhirnya jadinya hasilnya nggak baik. Look, let me tell you something. If you take risk, you will learn a couple of things from that risk. Number one is you will make sure in your life you will never take the most dangerous risk again. That's it. Nothing else. If you know how to take risk, if you know to take risk in life, you will know at the end of the day you will get something you've never had. Take risk in your life. Kadang-kadang we have to do something we've never had. Kadang-kadang you want to say kayak this is a very risky step that I'm taking. Kadang-kadang aku ngambil kayak gini lah. Ada banyak temannya aku masuk kuliah. Mereka bilang kayak gini, I'm not sure ini jurusannya benar atau enggak buat aku. Nah, my point is very simple. Kalau kamu nggak ngambil any jurusan, at the end of the day, kamu nggak nggak dapat skills dengan yang namanya jurusannya. You get what I mean, Rana? Ya, maksud aku, kalau kamu nggak ngambil risk, you will never understand and you will never get the experience. That's why take risk. The more you take risk, right, the more you will get to learn. The more you get to learn, the more you will achieve. The more you will achieve, the more you will get and attain whatever you did in your life. Udah pastilah. I share with you a little story. You guys ready to hear this? You do know Neil Armstrong, right? Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. Even though a lot of people say it's a hoax, but I do believe. Kenapa aku percaya? Karena I learned Neil Armstrong in school that he landed on the moon. So don't mess up with my mind. So I'm just gonna tell you, Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. But I went to read his bibliography. Bukunya dia lah, aku pernah baca. To tell you the truth, Neil Armstrong almost died 4 times. He almost drowned twice. He vomited blood also. And he has the choice, like dia punya pilihan untuk bilang no. Dia punya pilihan di tengah jalan. He had a choice in the process that he's going to be an astronaut. He had a choice to say no, I'm gonna quit. I don't want to do this anymore because I almost drowned. I mean, it makes sense. I don't want to put myself in danger. I don't want to do it anymore. But he didn't. You see, he didn't. The question that you have to ask yourself: why didn't he quit? Like, why didn't he give up halfway? Even though he almost died, he drowned, he vomited. Why did he quit? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. Like, you need to put yourself into Neil Armstrong's shoes. Like, why didn't he quit? Because he has the right to quit. Dia kalau mau berhenti ya berhenti aja. Dia nggak harus bayar apa-apa kok. Dia nggak ada, di bukunya dia bilang juga dia nggak ada fee-nya yang harus bayar. Orang dia chosen to become the astronaut, to be the first astronaut to land on the moon kok. Kalau dia misalnya dia give up, he can just walk out the room and just leave. He can. But the question is, why didn't he do it? Why didn't he leave? I'll let you know why he didn't leave. Because he took that risk of dying, of vomiting blood, of almost drowning every single day to get where he is now. Right now, he's the most famous guy right now he's the most famous guy right now in NASA, in space history. He's the first guy who landed on the moon. He made that first step on the moon and he made it, and everyone know him in the world. Imagine that day when he almost drowned, vomit, he almost died. Imagine that day if he says, I'm gonna quit because this is so dangerous for me, this is gonna be life-threatening, I'm gonna quit. No, but he didn't. He said, let me do it one more time. Let me do it one more time and let me learn from my mistake. Let me do it. And until now, he is famous, let me tell you. And I couldn't tell you the level how famous he is, let me tell you. And that's what he did. He took risk. He believed in himself. He took risk. He took that jump. So if any one of you decide to think, oh man, Ricky, the first step is the hardest step. Yes, it is the hardest step. But let me tell you something. If you have courage to do it, you're brave enough to counter everything that's gonna come up to you. If there's like a truck all the way 230 kilometers per hour going to head it your way, come on, head it on your way. Like headbutt the truck. Just do it. Number one, have the confidence to do it. Number two, you must take risk. You must learn how to take risk and learn your risk-taking skills. Learn your risk. That's it. All right. So Kenny bilang gini, after school holidays, I make something big, which take me more than 2 hours. Good job, Kenny. My peak is 40 likes. Nice. Very good. Hey, Steve-O is here. Hi, Steve-O. 100%. That's right, bro. 100%. I like this point on risk, sacrifice, and definitely an art. That's right, bro. The theory of risk-taking, it's like an art. I mean, not many people know this, but a lot of people kaya, if it's too risky, I won't do it. No, but you have to think, if it's too risky, if you don't take the risk, you will never know what you will become. Let's go to the third one. You guys ready for this? Okay, so the third one is, yang ketiga adalah, what is it do I need for my first step? To make that first step very comfort and ease. The third one is you need to have the drive of passion. And I think Steve-O said this in his comment in the live chat. He goes, that's the point, like sacrifices is definitely an art, katanya. Yeah. If you have drive and passion, nothing will stop you along the way. You get what I mean or not? Like if you have that drive to keep on going, nothing literally will stop you. Not even a burning building, not even a building falling on top of you. No, nothing will stop you. Nothing will ever stop you if you have that drive to passion. Like if it's your thing. It's like this is the number one thing that you want. Like you say to yourself, like, I'm gonna take this risk, right? I'm gonna jump, and because of my passion, you just do it. You go ahead and do it. Because if it's your passion, you will definitely go through all the hardship in your life. Like semua kesusahan, semua tantangan, you will go past it because you have that drive for passion. Like a lot of people say, if it's your hobby, you will do it. Like hobby for me is like 20 to 25%. A lot of people say if you like it, you will do it. Like is like 50-50. It's like, hey dude, my birthday is tomorrow. Will you come? And you'll say, I'll see. The word I'll see is like 50%. It's like same as like. If you like it, you will achieve it. Not necessarily, let me tell you. If you like it, not really, you will get to where you want to be. But if you have that drive and you're passionate about it, you will, no matter what comes your way, you will pass it, you will go through it, you will jump over it, no matter what. Let me tell you, no matter what. Let me tell you. So if you have that passion, nothing can ever stop your way. So you just go and do it. So ask yourself, actually, at the beginning, these 3 things that I shared with you before you take that first step, right? I know you say the first step is always the hardest, and we all agree with it. I agree with it also. But ask yourself, if you have courage, if you're brave enough to do it. Number 2, if you're risky enough to do it. Like, you want to take the risk no matter what the situation at the end. You want to take that risk to see how far can you go, to see how far can you make it. And last one, if you're passionate about it, this shouldn't be a question. Just jump, just do it. Do whatever you want to do. So for my friend just in the afternoon who asked me, Kaya, which one should I do? Should I take this one? Should I take that one? Look, I have no answer for you. You can take either way of the test. But my point is very simple. If you're passionate of one of the tests, you follow your footstep. That's it. Like, a lot of people say, if I have a second plan, it's the best. Good. But sometimes second plan, it makes you weak. I'm sorry to say this. I mean, a lot of people might not agree with me. You might hate it. You might hate me for this. But a lot of people bilang kayak gini, it's best if you jump and if you take risks, you have a second plan. Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love second plan. I also sometimes have second plan. But what I realized in my life is very simple. Sometimes if you have that second plan, you sometimes lose your passion and your focus from the first plan, and then you start to gauge to the second plan, and then you start saying this. Ready? You start saying this. You start saying, kalau aku nggak dapat yang pertama, yang penting aku ada yang kedua. That is the most biggest excuses you can ever make to yourself, let me tell you. I mean, come on, say to yourself that look, I'm going to go for the first choice that I make, and I'm going to die and have passionately and go for this. That's my focus for it, let me tell you. Now, if you say that to yourself, the probability of you getting whatever you want is bigger, you see, rather than you say, I'm going to test this one, and then if this one doesn't work, I still have the second one. That's very dangerous, let me tell you. And those kind of words that you say to yourself, that's what makes you weak at one time of your life and one time of your decision-making skills. So make sure, yeah, it's good to have a second plan, but make sure you don't focus on the second plan that much, but you focus on the first plan that you want to go. Focus on the steps. Why did you make the first step at the beginning? I mean, to tell you the truth, before I finish off today, I want to let you know, I've been a trainer for about 15 years, right? And they didn't pick me out of hat to become a trainer. They didn't pick me out of anywhere they didn't randomly like eeny, meeny, miny, you're a trainer. No, they didn't. I had to go through a lot of things, and I had to go through a lot of process. And my process, individually, to me, my experience was the toughest to become a trainer. Why? Because number 1, you need airtime. Number 2, you got to be funny, they say. Number 3 is you must speak English properly. Number 4, you must be engaging enough whenever you teach. These are very tough obstacles for me to come by. Very tough for me to come by. But let me tell you something. I never took off that goal in my mind. Like, I never took off that eyesight. Like, to become a trainer, I never took it off at my eyesight. Because I said to myself, there's going to be other trainers out there. Yes, there's going to be other trainers that's better than me. Okay. But I don't care. Because what I wanted to do was actually get me to where I want to be, which is a trainer in the company. And I really set an eye on it, and I really put a standard on it. And I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't have a backup plan. And I knew that I if I didn't become a trainer, I can become a coach. Like, I all the time I can work here, and I knew I can do that. I have a backup plan, but I erased my backup plan, to tell you the truth. I kind of ripped into pieces. I kind of said, no, that means I only have one choice in my life. That's it. It's either I make it to become a trainer, or I will leave. That's it. Nothing else. And I never stepped foot away from whatever I wanted in my life. Let me tell you, it's the number one thing that I really wanted. And then it was a very tough experience. I'll let you know what the things that I came through, what excuses that I have. And I think the first time I realized that I want to become, I want to help a lot of people was when I was in SD. I was in Japan for about 6 years, right? And I really wanted to become someone who make an impact to other people. The first time I saw it was, there was a trainer that went to my school in Japan, and he was so cool. He went to talk nicely, and he talked full of motivation. He was very inspirational, and he went to talk in front of in front of my classroom, and I was the boy who was at the front and looking at him, and I said to myself, man, man, he was just merely talking, and he gave an impact to all my friends, and including me. And I looked at him and I said, oh, I want to be this guy. And then I moved to Australia, and I pursued my dreams, and I really wanted to help. I did a lot of charity in Australia, and I helped many students, and I really went out to church, and I did really Sunday school, and that's what I really wanted to do. And I really wanted to help a lot of people. That was my dream. I wanted to make an impact, because I think my life, right? I was really the worst in my life in school, and all the teacher says I'm never gonna be anyone. I fight a lot. I was in a gang, and I was it was the worst time in my life. But I during that period, I kind of asked myself that I really want to make an impact to other people, because I think it will feel good for me, and at the same time it will change my life also. So I was in Australia for about 6 years, and I pursued my dreams, and I really read a lot of books and how to motivate people, and what's this thing called inspiration. And that's the first time in Australia when I kind of actually picked up a book and how to influence people. And this book is called 60 Seconds How to Read People Like a Book. There's a book that's called this. It's a really good book, let me tell you. It's 60 Seconds How to Read People Like a Book. It's really good. And I went to read it, right? That's the first time in my life when I went to read a book, full-on book, and I really asked myself, how can I actually teach myself to become a better trainer, or someone who actually makes an impact? I went to read that book, and then one day my dad says, come on, we have to go back to Indonesia. I said, I don't want to go back because I have a dream. And my dad says, no, you're my son. You have to go back to Indonesia when I say so. And I said, no, come on, I want to live here. I want to stay here. And then my dad, long story very short, my dad says, okay, so I will let you stay here if you pay for your own food, if you pay for your own your transportation, if you pay for your own flat. That means I have to pay for my rent. And I said, Dad, I'm only in high school. How can I get a job? And my dad says, that's not my problem. That's your problem. If you want to stay here, I'm not going to give you a single money to stay in Australia. You're going to stay in Australia and just do whatever you can. And just make sure before he leaves Australia, before my family leaves Australia, he says, just make sure before we leave that you have a job already and we know that you're safe. So I said, man, in that 1 week time, in that 2 weeks time, how am I going to get a job? I'm still in high school. There's no way. In Australia, it's very hard. Like, you can get a job with a freelance, but you can actually get paid very little, because you're still called a freelance. You're called by a phone. Whenever they need you, they bring you in. But I don't need those kind of jobs, because the money is not enough for me. And I needed a job which is a full-time job, so I can actually provide my own self to live in Australia. And I went to so many restaurants, and I went to so many cafes, and I gave my CV, and I said, come on, I need to work. And everyone rejected me one by one. The first question they asked me was, you're still in school? And I said, yeah, I'm still in school. And the second question was, how are you going to manage school work and then work? And I said, I'm not sure, but I really need to get a job, because I need to stay in Australia. And the guy just says, no, I'm sorry, I will not take you. I will not take any high school students. And I said, okay, fine. And then it was very tough. I came out home very sad, and my dad says, did you get the job? And I said, no, I didn't get the job. And my dad says, I knew it, you will never get a job. And it burned my fire quite a lot, because I asked myself, come on, I gotta do this. I need to get a job. I have one more week to go, right? And man, and it was the worst time in my life. I had 1 week to go. I had to really get a job, right? So the next day, the whole week, right, I gave a lot of CV out and really need to get a job. And to tell you the truth, I was so desperate. I went to I never told anyone this. I went to the elderly home. So jadi yang namanya Pati Jompo, untuk bantu di situ. And then at the end of the story, I went to tell the person who's in charge of the whole place. And then he says, I'm sorry, we don't have any job vacancy. So he even kicked me out. So I said to myself, oh my goodness, no one wants me. And I was riding the train back home. Then I said to myself, Ricky, do I really need this? And I said, do I really want it? And I said, you're brave enough to go over the whole city to give your CV. You're brave enough. You have that confident level. You're willing to step that one step. And then, and I asked myself, you're willing to take risk. Like, did you know in Australia, right, if you work in high school, you could be kicked out from your school. Like, if the school knows that you're working for school after hours, you could be kicked out, because currently there's laws atau ada rules di mana sekolah doesn't allow student to work, because mereka ngerasa bahwa udah dari sekolah udah capek, terus mereka harus kerja lagi, and it's gonna somehow affect your mental and everything else. Pokoknya long story very short lah. So I was taking a lot of risk, and risk that I never knew. I was taking a lot of risk. I mean, I got courage, I got risk, and on my way home on my train, I asked myself, do I have the passion to do it? Like is it am I hungry enough to get this job? Like, am I hungry enough to find a job? And I remember this, before my train stopped on my station, which is my house, there was one train. It's called Brunswick Street. It was in Brisbane. Let me tell you, I will never forget this station. There was a Brunswick Street station, right? And then next to that plat of the station, there was a like a screen, like a advertisement screen, but it was McDonald's. And I read the McDonald's screen. It says Brunswick Street McDonald 24 hours. So I said to myself, if this McDonald's 24 hour, they most probably need people to work there. So I quickly got off the train and I went to the McDonald's, and the Brunswick Street McDonald's, right? And in fact, Brunswick Street in Brisbane it's a Chinatown, so it's a very dangerous place to go. So while I went to the McDonald's, right, I went to eat first because I was very hungry, and I said to myself, how can I do this? This is my one last shot before I go back home and tell my dad that I got a job. So I went to eat first, and I asked myself, maybe this works. Why? Because not many people like to stick around in Chinatown when there's at night, because it's very dangerous. And yeah, back then it was very dangerous in Brisbane. So I said to myself, maybe there's not many people who likes to work in the long hours, which is the night hours. So I went up to the manager and I said, sir, I want to get a job. My name is Ricky and this is my CV. Please give me a job. And then he looks at me and he says, how old are you? And I said, yeah, I'm still in school and everything else. He goes, why do you want to get a job? And I told him my life story. In fact, I sat there for 2 hours, told him my life story. He turns around to me, he goes like this, you have a very motivating life story. It's very inspirational. He goes, but I gotta tell you something. I said, yes. I'm thinking, yes, I'm gonna get a job. He goes, I gotta tell you, I don't have a vacancy here now. I said, why? And I screamed to myself. I went back home. I cried. I remember that night. That day I cried, and my dad looked at me and says, why are you crying? I said, I didn't get the job. My dad says, I knew it. It was very hard for you. I said, no, come on. And I said, I'm still hungry for it. So I called the McDonald's one more time and I said, look, and then the guy picked up. He goes, we're about to close, dude. And he said, there's no one here. The manager is also not here. I said, oh, never mind. Okay. So I hang up. I went to sleep. I wake up in the morning. Got a phone call, and the phone call says, Ricky, this is the manager that you talked to yesterday. In fact, one of my guy, he got fired. He left the job, and I need someone to fill in for him. And he goes, yeah, but he's working the night hours. That means he's working from 9 o'clock all the way until 6 o'clock in the morning. I went to tell him on the phone, and I said, hey, put me in. I said, I want to work any hours. He goes, but you have to work long hours, 9 to 6, like 9 o'clock at night all the way 6 in the morning, because the McDonald's is 24 hours. I said, put me in. And when I came up to McDonald's, the first day of working, I looked at the rosters, and I took off the roster, because the roster is on the wall. I took off the rosters, I gave it to my manager, and I said, look, you put me in every night hour you can, every single time, and I will say yes for every single time. And then the manager looks at me, he goes, dude, you have to know something. Everyone here, the staff, doesn't want to take that hour because it's too hustle. And kalau malam itu jam 9 sampai jam 6 pagi, kalau malam itu banyak orang keluar dari klub, mereka mabok lah, terus datang lah. You can be bullied, As a front counter desk person in McDonald's, you can be bullied. And I said, no, put me there. He goes, put me there. And then I still remember the manager says this, I can't believe it. You will take things what other people doesn't take. Let me repeat it one more time. He goes, you will take things what other people doesn't take. And I said, yeah, I'm willing to take it, because what people doesn't want to take, normally that's where I will learn so much. So I took all of the night shift, guys, 9 to 6, 9 to 6, 9 to 6. This is like early in the morning. And then I go back at 6 o'clock. I sleep all the way until 7 o'clock, and 7:30 I go to school again. That's how my life was, let me tell you. I had to hustle, let me tell you. And I finally got it. I finally got a job, and I worked for about a year, and I saved up quite a lot, and I learned a lot from it. Now, if anything that you learn from my story is very simple, and I still remember what the manager told me. Is like, no one wants to take this shift. How come you want to take this shift? And I said, yeah, where people doesn't want to do it, that's when I'm going to learn so much. So throughout my life experience, I'd like to share with you the 3 things that I mentioned. I was courage. I had brave, let me tell you. I didn't care. I wanted to stay in Australia to pursue my dreams. Number 2, I took the risk that I can ever take. I took risk because I asked myself, if I didn't take the risk, I wouldn't be here right now talking to all of you guys. The 3rd one, I had passion, let me tell you. Oh, I was hungry. How was I passionate? I said, you put me in all-night shift, all-nighters. Let me do it. Let me do the shift. I was willing to do it, Ko. And a lot of my friends who's working in McDonald's, they say, oh my goodness, I got the night shift. And I say, hey, pass it to me. Pass it to me. I want to get the night shift. Pass it to me. And everyone was like amazed. Everyone's like, how in the world? Why are you happy with the night shift? I said, no, just pass it to me. I told him. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to take I'm really to feed my hunger and the hunger of passion, and I'm willing to do it. And before I finish this, before I read all of your comments in the live chat, here it is. Ready? I worked for 6 months as someone who's a front counter. You know, front counter. Hello, welcome to McDonald's. What order can I take you? You know, what would you like? How can I take your order? Those kind of thing. And then the 2 month at the beginning, the second month, 2 month, I was a front counter. And then the next 2 months, that was 4 month, I went at the back washing the dishes. The dishes was like a mountain, guys, a mountain, washing the dishes. And that, I think that 15 days I was cooking burger, and then after 15 days, after 1 month, I became the manager of that store. I became the manager of that store, and I had my name plakat di situ. Well, I'm telling you this bukan sombong, but I'm telling you this just because I gotta know something. If you follow these 3 things that I just mentioned to you, you no doubt will get a learning experience. You no doubt you will get something new. You will learn something really good. Trust me. Ready? So I'm going to read you the comment here. It says, in sports, this is called the clutch gene. They say, when we take that risk in waktu kepepet, apparently nature takes care of itself. Whoa, I learned something new. Oh, nice. Steve-O, namanya the clutch gene. Katanya. Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of understand what you mean when you said, you know, you waktu kepepet. Ya. Karena Steve-O, ada satu istilah yang namanya the power of kepepet. You probably heard this before, right? The power of kepepet kadang-kadang pushes you to do more. It pushes you to take risk. It pushes you to drive up your passion. Let me tell you. So I kind of understand what you meant. Ada Isner yang di sini. Hi Isner, katanya, wow, that's so much inspiration to me. Thanks, coach. You're welcome, Isner. No doubt, I need this, katanya. Yeah, no doubt. So guys, before I finish off today, I want to say thank you so much for those of you who's in a live chat and who's been actually engaging with me. I really want to say thank you so much. Let me just read out all of your name because I respect you and I appreciate you so much. Number 1 is, I want to say thank you to Rendarta, Winston, Steven, Franciscus, and Cool Plays inside here, and Kenny also. I want to say thank you. Steve-O, as always. Coach Steve-O, how are you, bro? Long time no see, coach. And Isner also, I want to say thank you, and Kenny also, and Steve-O also, and who else? Yeah, Winston juga. Stay safe. Yes, you guys stay safe, okay, guys? Stay healthy and always remember to always smile and always be happy, guys. And that, I hope you got something from me today. 3 things. Number 1 is you must have courage. Number 2, you must take risks. Last one is you must drive that passion. Hopefully it really helps. If you like the content, if you like the theory, if you like the stream, please give it a like before you leave the room, guys. It really appreciate me so much. It doesn't pay me, but it makes my my channel quite very healthy. Thank you so much. In that, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and make sure you click that notification bell, so make sure you get a notification every time I go stream. Guys, thank you so much. You keep it safe, you keep it happy, and always you keep it healthy, guys. I want to say thank you so much. You guys take care. I will see you in the next live. Hey, by the way, at 8 o'clock, I'm going to live stream a game. I'm sure you know it. It's called Sausage Man. Sausage Man. After this, I'm going to live stream a game called Sausage Man. I'm not alone. I'm going to be there with all of the trainers. I'm going to be there with Nofal, Faris, and I'm going to be there with Igor. Hopefully, Igor is going to be there to play with me and going to stream. So you guys want to watch it? We're going to be live exactly at 8:15, 8:15. Jadi kalau kalian mau nonton, go drop by my live stream and watch me play the Sausage Man game. All right, guys. I want to say thank you so much. See you. Take care. Be safe, okay? Guys, I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. Peace.